And now, you're tuned into Tampa Bay's RBLR Sports.
Hi, hello, how are ya? My name is Liz, and I am very excited to announce we have a brand new signing on RBLR Sun today. It is a man who has put his body on the line for RBLR. Pinellas County's Pinellas County's finest high school women's lacrosse coach. This is Tom DePinto, my now official co-host for RBLR Sun. So to our new listeners, welcome and thank you for joining us. For anyone returning, make sure you hit that subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss any Sun FC updates. Tom, would you like to introduce yourself officially now as a host?
Yeah, I've been roped in successfully. My name's Tom. I am Pinellas County's best girls high school lacrosse coach. Shout out to the Clearwater Central Catholic Marauders. I'm a big soccer fan. Happy to be a part of the show. I see big things ahead for Sun FC. I think this club is going to do major things, not just in the Super League, not just in Tampa Bay, but for women's soccer in this wonderful country we call them.
I think so too. Okay, so what we're covering today, we have 3 new signings. We're going to go over our full schedule. Our full fall schedule.
Half our schedule.
Yes, half our schedule. Very exciting. The TST schedule. We're going to do a quick recap of the U.S. women's national team versus South Korea. They played 2 games in the last week or so. We're also going to do a quick check-in on the USLW League, and we're going to just talk real quick about the Northern Super League in Canada. So, Tom, you are my signings guy. Tell us all about the newest Sun players, Natasha Flint.
Yes, Tosh Flint. The rumor started maybe 2 weeks ago already. She is a Division I signing. I know there's a lot of talk in the Super League community about we are Division I, but so is NWSL. What does that mean for us? And I think this first signing, this is the first real statement signing, a real statement of intent. She is a 27-year-old forward coming to us from Manchester, England. She was just on loan to Celtic FC, helped them win the Scottish Premiership. It was the first time that club has won it. A lot of history there. She is a goal-scoring machine. I think the true measure of a player isn't really in the numbers, how many goals you score, the assists you got, but how much the community rallies around you. And the Celtic fans up there in Scotland loved her. They wanted her signed on a permanent basis. She was there on a quick loan spell last season, 2023, and in 2024. Went bonkers for him both times. But now she's coming to soak up some sun in Tampa Bay, and I could not be happier about it. This is a really big time signing for us and something we should all be really excited about.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. She looks phenomenal. And she sounds really excited to be coming there too. I saw a couple of her posts on Instagram. She sounds very excited to try something different, I guess. I don't think she hasn't been over here at all. So this will be her first introduction to American football. Yeah,
and it's something that I think speaks to the mission of the Super League and the way we've got the schedule set up is we want this caliber of player to have the option to come here in America and play. We've got such quality, such history and culture in the women's game, even more so than the men's game. And I think it's something that's really tantalizing for a lot of players to be able to come here and say they play in America in the first division. And this, with the way our schedule lines up, making it easy to jump straight from Celtic over here to the Super League, I think this is what the league wants to see. I think this is what we want to do moving forward. And I think it's a way to set ourselves apart even further from the NWSL and show that we're here to ball out, that this is a real first division with real first division quality players.
I know. I'm dying to know what the salaries look like because you have to be it has to be up there if you're going to get someone of this caliber and you're going to compete with the NWSL because they could probably sign her at any time too.
Definitely.
Yeah, any team would be, would be dying to have her.
Yeah, and that any team. That's right. This
Yeah.
isn't a signing where it's like, oh, good for Sun or good for USL. This is an actual making a splash in women's soccer globally type signing.
This is good. This is one of the big name players that I was saying that we're gonna need to get. I hate to say, but to get butts and seats, because this is kind of how it helps with when you're starting a new team is you got to get like a couple of names to get that recognition to be like, oh man, yeah, I've heard of her. She's really good. Let's go see her play, and then that's how you make a fan. Boom.
Yeah, absolutely, and it gets eyes on us locally. It gets eyes on us internationally, putting the team on the map. Because it's great to have local players, and I want to see us sign local players. If you watched the last episode, you know I want us to sign some local players. But you're really, I don't want to harp on it, but make a statement when you sign somebody the quality of Tosh Flint.
Absolutely. I mean, it's proof is in the pudding. Like, if you look at the Rowdies, how many people came out just to see Joe Cole when he got signed? So many people just to see Joe Cole, and I'm sure many of them stayed lifelong Rowdies fans after that.
Yeah. And it's a good way to get people on board. The first season for the team, first season for the league, you get fans from all over looking at us and going, oh, I'm going to keep an eye on that now. That's something worth paying attention to.
Yeah. Paying attention to and paying admission to see.
Fingers crossed. Give them that money. Yeah, I mean,
the Sun should be paying me commission.
Yeah. Well, keep working at it. I think you'll get there. But I mean, speaking of money, compared to some of the other teams in the league, I think we're financially strong.
We must be, because I was thinking about this too. I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we must be, because if we're fielding a TST team, I don't know how we're paying for that, and then we're also paying for all of these things back at home that all the other teams are also doing, but we are the only one in the Super League doing the TST. Yeah,
we've decided we've got some extra flip to spend
TST
on some players who aren't even going to play for us officially. We bought them jerseys. We flew up North Carolina and put them in a hotel room, and that's what we're working with, I guess.
Yeah. I like that we're going. It's go big or go home, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
I hope it's not go big or and then run us into the ground, but
yeah, no, it feels like we're up there. We want to be like the Lightning. We want to be like the Bucks.
Yeah, and I'm a fan. I like thinking of us as that caliber and that quality, because I mean our name is up there on the TB Sports website.
Exactly. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Sports Commission.
Yep.
Yeah, and when they unveiled the brand out in Ybor, Mayor was there. The Bucks mascot was there. Everybody. It was a who's who of what matters in Tampa Bay sports, and it's a statement to want to be a part of that upper echelon. It's a bigger deal than just having a women's team, which is great, but having a women's team that wants eyes on them, that wants to compete, that wants to be a flagship for the league. I think it's something we can really be proud of here in Tampa.
Yeah, and I'm dying to know, speaking of us wanting them, but I'm dying to know what made you want to come here?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why do you like us? Yay.
Yeah, keep going, please. Don't go soft at all. So tell us everything.
Yeah. So next player then. I'm sorry, actually. Did you have anything else important to say about Natasha Flint? I know we got way off on a tangent there.
Yeah, no, she's just exciting to talk about to have here. No, I think we covered it, just the fact that we're getting a player fresh off of a championship in the Scottish League. That's awesome. It takes a winning mentality to have a team that knows how to win. You got to have players that know how to win. You got to have coaches that know how to win. And I think that's what we're doing. We want to come out the gate and win games. We don't want to have to figure it out first. We want to be the team that wins from August 18th to whenever the season ends.
Yeah. Straight through June, and then the championship, and then we destroy everyone.
And we go to the Women's Open Cup and the champions.
Yes.
Eventually, right?
Yeah. Big goals. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So our next signing is Ashley Clark, who I like that we kind of stole her from North Carolina because she's from North Carolina. Aha.
Yes. Yeah, a Cary native, went to a Campbell up there in North Carolina, the Fighting Camels. Great mascot.
The Fighting Camels?
The Fighting Camels, yeah. It's classic. You know all the camels they got in North Carolina, so it makes sense. Yeah, she's great. A little bit under the radar compared to, say, Flint. Not as much out there, but I mean, if you would look at the graphic down there that we've got in the corner, we've come a while since last week. She was playing top flight in France. Again,
Yeah.
not a league to scoff at. That's Olympic Marseille, a huge club out there. One that's close to my heart, actually. I had French exchange students when I was in high school. They were from Marseille. They gave me a jersey. So that's my teams. This is cool to me. I'll have to hit them up on Facebook and let them know. They'll be very confused that I'm contacting them after 20 years or whatever. But this is the kind of big news you tell people about.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's awesome. And I love that we're also pulling these players with just so much international action already under their belts. Like it's really cool. We're not just looking at home, which not that I, like we said before, we love our homegrown players, but I love that we're not just looking at home. We're also looking at, like she's from North Carolina and she's playing over in France. Like, all right, well, how can we bring her back to the US? How can we make her, want to come back?
Yeah.
So I like that she saw this as appealing for sure, like over a French league.
Yeah, or over Carolina SN, her hometown team, essentially. You want to get these overseas players in and kind of make a fresh culture with them, because things can get a little stagnant if you get a lot of the same players from a lot of the same places. When you get players from Scotland, from France, from America, from Florida, from another place we'll talk about in a second, that really bring things together and make it interesting. Because I think if you come here on a first-year team in a first-year league, you got a chip on your shoulder and you want to prove yourself and your teammates to everybody watching.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so then our next signing is Hannah Keane.
Yes.
I know very little about her. I apologize. So you are my man. Go for it.
Oh, sure. I could not be more stoked about Hannah Keane. This one to me, not to diminish any of our other players, but this one to me is the big one.
Okay.
She comes to us fresh from Australia, from the A League down there, which is things have gotten weird lately. Europe has gotten a lot better at their domestic leagues, a lot better at women's football in general, but used to be a long time where American pros would take the off season and just go play down in Australia because they're on the opposite side of the calendar. And that really built up the Australian system domestically to the point where they are super strong down there.
Yeah.
And she isn't just an Australian player. I mean, first of all, she's an American, so she's not an Australian player at all, actually. But she is not just an A-League player. She was on the A-League Team of the Year. She won the A-League Golden Boot back to back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we're not just signing some good player. We are signing the top goal scorer in all of Australia for the past 2 years. They are dying to keep her down there, and we told them, sorry, we've got a championship to win up here in America, and we're going to need Hannah Keane, the goal-scoring queen, to do it. She's awesome. This is the big one to me.
This is very exciting.
Yeah, again.
Wow. 24 goals in one season. That's wild.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. That's since 2022, but still, that's in 2 seasons then, still.
Yeah, and it's that's the thing too. It's more than anybody else scored.
Yeah.
So it's something to be excited about. I mean, this is something where when you talk about what a first division quality signing would be, there's no doubt in anybody's mind, whether you be in Australia, whether you be an NWSL fan or in England or anywhere, you sign a double back-to-back Golden Boot winner, that's a Division I signing for a Division I club.
Absolutely.
So yeah, super stoked to have Hannah Keane. She again, an American. She's from Sacramento. Went to school at San Diego State, and 31 years old. So she's been playing. She's got the experience, and I like that a lot of our initial signings have that kind of experience. I'm sure we're going to fill out the roster with some younger depth players, but this right here, if you start a game with Hannah Keane up top, that's putting the fear of God into the opposing goalkeeper from she's done it in Australia, so good. really excited.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of bangers this season. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we've got more strikers now than anything, right? We got
I
4
think
strikers
so. Heads up to the Sun website. You have not updated your website with these players on your roster.
Yeah,
So
and
you should do that at some
they
point.
don't put out an article when they sign people.
No, they didn't. They did for the first couple of players, and they didn't for the last couple. It's
Yeah,
very frustrating.
we're
So
relying on
Sun, get
Instagram
on
and tweets.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, hope they're watching.
Yeah.
Write an article.
Yeah. Update your website. Make sure your roster's accurate.
Yeah, we want good things for you.
Yeah. Makes it hard to research stuff.
Yeah, really. That's why we're here, though, Lizzie. You know.
Yes. Okay, so another big thing that we did get was the schedule. We have our fall schedule, and it's looking like we have a decent amount of Saturday home games, which is very, very nice. I'm a fan of a Saturday home game because then you have Sunday to recover.
Yeah.
But it looks like we have 2 away games on Friday. We have 6 home games on Saturday, 2 away on Saturday, 1 home game on Sunday, which is actually our first game of the season, August 18th. Very exciting. Make sure that's on your calendars. Get your tickets. And then we have 3 away games on Sundays. So pretty good schedule, I think, overall. I was a little worried we'd have more like Friday games, but then somebody also pointed out that we're sharing it with a high school, so that's not going to happen because high schools have football during then.
Yeah.
So we might, I guess maybe then we might see more Friday games. No, because then high schools have soccer. They have their own soccer during.
Well, Friday soccer isn't specifically on a day like high school.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, okay. Like football is. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any? I know you got the schedule you're looking at. We got any of those midweek Wednesday games?
Nope.
No. That's really cool.
Nope. Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Good. Yeah. And
I'm a fan.
I don't love the Sunday games, like you said. Like if you
just the one.
Yeah.
One home.
Again,
but yeah.
If it's gonna be any, it's pretty funny that it's the inaugural game. You know. It's a Sunday. The name's right there. It's a fun. You gotta love it.
I feel like I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but it is funny.
Yeah, right. We'll give them credit for the joke, even if they didn't do it.
Yes. And then for our overlap fans, like myself and of course Tom, we have the Rowdies. They'll be just across the bay. And we do have 2 games that overlap on Saturday with Rowdies home games. So we don't know times for Sun games yet. So we don't know if it's going to be a cool double header, or unfortunately you will have to pick between one of 2 games. I know the Sun staff did say that they were going to try super duper hard to make sure that no one ever had to pick between a Rowdies and a Sun game. So I'm wondering if they're going to do a double header. I don't know how it would work though, because one, trying to do like across the bay would be difficult, and then also that would mean the Sun games would be super early, which kind of stinks, especially even in like, I mean, okay, so the overlap games is August 24th, which is our second game. This is Saturday, and then September 14th, which can still be pretty hot, honestly. Like I mean, August for sure, but September, I feel like it doesn't honestly get cooler till like maybe mid-October if we're lucky, and then maybe we'll get like a cold spell of like a week or 2, and then it gets like boiling hot again until it gets
we get our
kind of
fake
chilly.
exactly.
Yeah.
I and that's the problem, like you were saying, is how early can you really go?
Yeah.
And again, the earlier you get without actually going into the morning, it's just going to be hotter.
Yeah.
You could have the game at 1, and that's plenty of time to wake up, do what you got to do, get out of the game, have fun. But have you been outside at 1 o'clock lately?
Not. I try not to.
Yeah.
It
sucks.
Yeah, it's awful. No.
Yeah.
I am an indoor cat. I don't do that.
Yeah. I try to stay out from sun up to sundown.
Yeah. No. Actually, speaking from experience, when FAU had some really fun Saturday noon football games in South Florida in September.
Love it.
And you're just sweating. Just every part of you is sweating.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable. So
no.
I don't want us to overlap with the Rowdies, but I also don't
Yeah.
want to sit there marinating in my own sweat.
Yeah.
So
And 2 games, not that bad.
Yeah.
I realize now, like, going into the spring schedule, I guess I'll probably call it. We might have a couple of overlap there too, because we are going to go till June, and Rowdies will be March to June then too.
yeah,
So we'll
it
see.
is. I mean, if you consider it going from August to June, it's a whale of a season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking like, oh wow, the games are really spread out. Some of these we only have like 2 games in one of these we only have 2. Was it
yeah,
2
we
home
skip
games in a month or whatever? But
yeah,
it's
we
like,
skip
but
a week
they
here and there,
yeah, but it's pretty good actually. There's only a couple of like really tight schedules. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, do we have?
Yeah, I do like the way the league as a whole did the schedule. We've only got 8 teams in the league, which means you can kind of spread it out a little bit and let everybody watch as many games as they care to watch. In our case, probably every single one. But the fact of the matter is, you only got 8 teams. I'm looking at just August's schedule. There's one day where there's more than one game in August. They want you to be able to pay attention to the league, see what's going on, kind of put the spotlight on everybody. Who knows what the broadcast is going to be like? We don't know yet. Hopefully they're tied into the USL greater deal with ESPN Plus and everything, but nothing's official there. But the fact of the matter is,
they said it would be a separate deal.
Okay, that's
yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
But however it's going to happen, even if it's got to be what is it? NBC Sports Engine. I'm watching.
Yeah, I mean, see, and somebody else pointed this out to me in the I believe it was the Heatwave Discord. Was you can't do NBC Sports Engine because one, nobody's ever heard of it.
Yeah,
you can't put a Division 1 sports team on a streaming app that no one's ever heard of, because then no one will watch it. Which, like, I mean, people will watch it, but like no one will watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. I'm willing to bet the Galazzo Network gets in on a couple games. They've been doing a lot of.
No, I want one.
So
I want one streaming service.
It's not going to be
like
that easy.
The NWSL, okay?
It's not going to be that easy. I guarantee
even
it right
the NWSL is so confusing. They're like Prime on Friday, or NWSL on Prime on Fridays, and then it's like one of the game is on Prime on Fridays. Yeah. One of the game is on NWSL Plus, which doesn't have an Android TV app, which is not annoying at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got a game on Lifetime this weekend too. Oh, right. So yeah.
It's not even Lifetime. It's the NWSL. It's Ion. There's Ion, which is just like, I think, cable.
Yeah, that's
so
like an over the air. I get that with
antennas. I think I pull up Paramount Plus to use that. Or maybe I have a separate. I don't even know. It's so confusing. All right, so shout out to the USL Super League. If you can put everything on one app, I'll love you forever.
Do it, please.
Forever.
It's so Plus. It's right there.
Yeah, it's so easy.
We don't know, but however we're gonna watch them. There's a lot of games to watch, and there's not a lot of overlap with Rowdies, not a lot of overlap with other Super League teams.
Yes.
And I think that's important when you got a small league, just 8 teams. Why not know what's going on? It's something I've noticed from the culture of USL League One. It's a smaller league than the championship, and all the fans of League One teams seem really plugged in to what everybody's doing, because it's not a big league. It's easy to do. And I'd like to see that for Super League too.
I think it will be, honestly, because I feel like that's how the NWSL really started out too, when there was only like 8 teams. Everyone was kind of watching everything because that's all there was to watch.
Yeah.
So you wanted to take in as much content as humanly possible. So I think that'll be very similar. I guess another thing will be interesting. I could look up for next time is how it overlaps with any future NWSL games, although their season will only go till October, I believe.
Yeah,
so that'll also be interesting then in the spring.
Yeah, and that's something interesting to think about is when those contracts are up in NWSL.
Yes.
So
yes, yeah. See if they finish with the NWSL and then maybe they watch some Super League games. They're like, maybe I give those that Sun team a try. They look real good.
Get another bite at the apple, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick recap on our schedule then. We play Dallas at home for that first game. We play for that first game, August 18th, and we play August 24th against DC. We play September 8th away at Lexington. So that would be our second closest game, I believe. With right? Because Carolina Ascent is North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, if you're driving, if you're flying,
Yeah,
Charlotte
that's a rough
closer because it's easier to get to Charlotte than to Lexington.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, not too much of a difference if you're driving, I figure.
Yeah.
But yeah, fluted is the big game.
Yes, fluted.
Yeah.
So then that next game is September 14th at home. We are playing Brooklyn FC.
They've got an announcement tomorrow too.
Oh, exciting.
Maybe they've decided to sign a player, which would be really cool.
They could use a couple of those, yes.
Maybe 11-ish, I would say.
Next game is September 27th away. We're playing Carolina Ascent. Then we're away for a little bit longer. We go to DC. When we come home, we play Fluted. That will be a great game. I cannot wait to destroy them.
The Derby
and then our farthest game, and just I guess probably everyone's farthest game, will be Spokane.
Yep.
And then right after that, we have on November 2nd, we're playing Lexington at home. We go away to Fort Lauderdale on November 9th. So that'll be a very exciting game. I know the Heat Wave is definitely going to try and put a caravan together. So go ahead and mark November 9th on your calendars. We have a bunch of Fort Lauderdale fans to make fun of.
Yeah. Good people, but they deserve no mercy 2 days out of the year so far.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, circle every home game.
Wait, what's the other day?
The other time we play every team twice.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I was like, what do you mean? They don't have a men's team.
Yeah. Oh, they don't. Sorry about that, guys. Bill Edwards took that from you, right?
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, it'll be good to have that rivalry back because I really miss hating on the Strikers.
Yes, and I saw that they started a supporters group. I believe it's called the Everglades Collective.
Yes, Everglades County.
Everglades County Collective or something like
Coalition?
that. Something like that.
Wow, we're really showing our ass right now.
Yep, man, we do such good research beforehand.
ECC is all I call in my head, so I don't have to know what that second C stands for.
Good point.
But yeah, shout out to them. It's good to have some other supporters groups in the league. Lexington, they're a League One team, so they got the Railbirds up there. Carolina's got a good culture to build on with the Charlotte
I forgot
FC.
that they were called the Railhawks for a minute.
That's North Carolina FC.
What the hell is a Railhawk?
Yeah, that's what we all want to know.
Yeah. The hell is a Railhawk?
So, yeah, I mean, better than just having a supporters group in the league is having one local that we can, shit talk directly, because that's what really makes this fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so then following that, we play Carolina at home, and then we play, on November 16th. Following that, we go back to Brooklyn. We play them away November 23rd. And then we go into December, which is so weird to talk about soccer in December. I'm gonna have to buy I'm so used to rowdies buying cute summer wear, tank tops, shorts. This I'm gonna buy. I get to actually buy hats maybe.
Yeah, we get
to
really
get that cold. Doesn't
layers,
get that cold.
can you imagine?
Yeah. Do all the navy and gold matching. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh yeah, we'll get to look like a proper English club, with everybody wearing jackets and
scarves will have a purpose.
Real scarves in our 60-degree weather here in Tampa Bay.
I mean, I'll be freezing. I'm not gonna lie. If it's below 70 and there's any wind, I will be an ice cube.
We're built different here.
Yeah. Okay, so then December 8th, we are away in Dallas, and then our very last game at home, and of the season of the fall season, will be against Spokane at on December 14th. So that'll be very exciting.
At beautiful Riverfront Stadium, right?
Yes. Oh, nice. I love that name, Riverfront Stadium.
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about the way we got the schedule set up too. Is it's if you're a Rowdies fan from back in the day, the original NASL, not the original one, the newer one, the less dead one. Yeah, they're still doing like some legal stuff. They're sort of alive.
The 2000s dead one.
But the split season is what I'm getting at.
Yep.
Which is fun, and especially for this, again, an 8-team league, we play every team home and away, and then we play every team home and away in the spring, and it's a beautiful, perfectly symmetrical, balanced schedule where nobody can complain that their team got shafted in one way or another. So
I mean, they'll find some way, but yes.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for Spokane to be like, oh, we were on a 3-month away trip because we're so far away. But sorry, I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's a nice schedule. I like it. We got some cool places to go to. I'd like to make an away trip, probably in the spring.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brooklyn.
Yeah, I really wanted to do Carolina because I have friends up there, but of course it's a freaking Friday game. They couldn't schedule it better, which is very annoying. Why are the Tampa Bay Sun not considering my very personal schedule when they're making the schedule for the entire league?
It's disrespectful, really.
Very.
Yeah, I mean,
don't they know I am the owner of do the Rowdies have a women's team yet Twitter account? It's very important.
Which we don't need anymore, frankly.
Nope.
No, Carolina would be sick.
Yeah.
I'd love to get back up to New York, go to Brooklyn.
Yeah. Brooklyn
Dallas
would be
is playing
fun.
in the Cotton Bowl, which, my God, that's going to be. I hope they get people, because otherwise that's going to be feeling really big. That's a big boy stadium right there.
Is it? I actually am not familiar with that stadium.
The Cotton Bowl? It's several dozens of thousands.
Is that like a college football?
Yeah, it's like one of the old
University of. No, wait.
Jamie, can you pull up the Cotton Bowl attendance? I don't know. No, it's huge, and it's going to look nasty if they don't get a decent amount of people. Hold on. Let's see exactly how many. What, Riverfront Stadium is 5,000, right? That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're going for sellouts. Yeah, the Cotton Bowl has a capacity of 92,100.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I don't know what Trinity thinks they're doing out there.
Yeah.
Surely there were other options.
Yeah, that's an odd duck.
Better
yeah.
tarps. Exactly.
Yeah.
My God. Hey, they got a nice logo, so it would look nice blown up on a tarp, I guess. It's
an okay logo.
It's okay, yeah. The colors.
Okay, it's a nice logo in the ranking of 8. We should do a tier list for the USL Super League logos. Because obviously the Sun is S tier. No one can argue. The Sun logo is S tier. It's amazing.
We're the only S tier logo too.
Yeah, we are the only S tier logo. There we go. Super producer Eureka says advertising on the tarps is revenue. There we go.
Yep.
Big brain.
Yep.
4D chess.
All those seats you can sell, and any seats you can't sell, you're still making money off.
Still making money. Yeah.
Pretty brilliant.
Man, why haven't the Rays figured that out then?
Yeah.
They got so many seats they're not selling.
More advertising, guys. Come on. We love it. I'd love to be advertised too.
I know. The freaking NHL puts it on the boards now. I was astounded when I saw that because I tune into like 2 NHL games a season.
I am sick every time I see the moving boards with the different ads. And then they get the fake ads on the broadcast on the ice too that aren't actually there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are the ones I'm talking about. The ones that are like the fake ones on the clear boards. I can't think of the backboards, whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, those. That was wild to me. I was like, what is going on?
Bad. Don't like it.
Yeah. 0 out of 10. Do not like. Anyway, off that tangent. We do that a lot. So that about wraps up. I talk so good like. That about wraps up the schedule and anything we had going on with the Rowdies and the Sun overlapping. So Tom, you had some USL W League stuff that you wanted to check in with.
Oh, I did. Oh, real quick about the schedule, actually.
Yes.
Because we don't know what's going on in the spring, but what we do know is the playoff format.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Go for it.
And what that is 8-team league. How many times have I said that tonight? The top 4 teams make the playoffs. The top half. It's a real simple, looks good, feels good sort of playoff format.
Good simple majority.
Yeah, if you're one of the better teams in the league, you make the playoffs. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that. It's a league that makes sense because I know we've seen even the newer NASL, USL, MLS making some very interesting scheduling decisions sometimes. And Super League is just like, guys, it's right here. This is how you do it. You play everybody twice, home and away, and then the good teams play again. That's it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Boom.
Yes. All right. Do you want me to talk about the W League now?
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay. I'd like to. I like it.
Yeah.
The W League. We got a local team, Tampa Bay United. Very good.
Hoping to sign some players from there.
I'd like to. They play out in they moved from Tampa Tournament Sportsplex of Tampa Bay. They played there last season. Forget I said that. They don't play there anymore. Don't worry about it. They play at Radis now.
Okay.
Up in I don't know what you want to call that area. Northwest Tampa.
Isn't it like Carrollwood or something?
Carrollwood, Keystone sort of deal. Boy Scout Road.
Citrus Park Community is what it's technically called.
Yeah. Nice facility. Good park. But again, Tampa United, very good team. If you know anything about local soccer, big local organization. They got a nice team. And last season, the W League team did make a nice little run into the national playoffs, which is hard to do in a league the size of the W League. You got over 100 teams, I want to say. So to be one of the better teams in your division, pull out of the muck and get up to the national playoffs, no matter how you do there, very impressive. This season, TBU is doing good again, second place in the division. The only problem is up in Jacksonville, Florida Elite Soccer Academy is 7-0 and ranked number 2 in the nation. So we are we're doing our best right now. We're fighting off the number 3 team, and just hanging in. They played a game the other day, 2 days ago, out in Brevard County. They hung 5 goals, 5-0 on Brevard SC Riptide, which is cool because we also beat them 5-0 here in Tampa Bay. So that's just what we do to them, I guess.
It sounds like we ripped them a new one.
Oh, got 'em! I love it, Lizzie.
Thank you. I'm here for the quips. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, second place in the division, comfortably in a playoff spot. I do think we play Florida Elite again. We've got a couple more games coming up. Actually, let me double check that. Again, Tampa Bay United are really good. First game of the season was a 10-0 win over the New Tallahassee club, the Reckoning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. Who they look
great
really
logo.
Good. I love their brand, right?
Yeah, great logo.
What is that? Would you call that a lavender or like a mauve, a light mauve?
The Reckoning. Hold on.
Figure it out. Yeah, we beat them 10-0, so pretty good.
That's so much.
It's too many, I would think. But
There's
hey,
so many. Is there there's no mercy rule?
No. And then
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah, beat them 10-0. Second game of the season, we drew Miami AC 1-1. Strong club. So not too upset about it.
It's like a salmon pink.
Salmon pink. It's darker than salmon.
It is darker than. It's a pretty color though. I'm a fan.
Everybody pause this video right now.
Go look up The Reckoning Soccer. Don't just look up The Reckoning because apparently there's a bunch of movies by that title. Don't come for me. I don't watch any movies ever. And I also have the memory of a goldfish. So if I have seen it, I wouldn't remember. But so you look up The Reckoning Soccer and you will see the logo. It is beautiful.
Tweet at us. Tell us what color you think that is.
Yes. Tell us what color you think that is. I'm going to go with it's terrible. I want to say like rose gold, but that's like not rose gold, but it's that tone though of like that pink.
I think it's that
pastel-y pink. It's not mauve. Mauve has more purple in it.
There's some purple in this.
It's
a dark mauve.
All right.
Or a light mauve. I don't know what mauve looks like anymore. This is a good tangent we got here. This is real good.
This is some fascinating stuff.
Anyway, 10-0. Kick their asses.
Yep.
Yeah, and then again, 5-0 over Brevard, and we went up there to Florida Elite, to Jacksonville, lost 3-0, which goes to tell you how solid of a team they've got up there in Duval County with the Elite. That's not a joke of a name, unfortunately. And I'm sure Sporting Jacksonville, when they come into the Super League next year, will definitely be looking at some of those girls to sign.
Yes.
And then again, 2-0 over Swan City. Swan City was, and I can say this as a longtime fan of Lakeland soccer, they were hot trash last season. So 2-0, good for them. They're pulling things together a little bit. And actually, our very next game on the 10th, I believe that's this Monday coming up. Not sure when this is dropping, but on the 10th of June at Ed Radis, Tampa Bay United versus Florida Elite. If you're in the area, if you're in Tampa, try and make it out there, support our girls in blue and red, because they're going to need it. That's the second best team in the country. And a win over them would be huge for us. So still plenty of games left in the season, about halfway through. I think we're doing a good job of keeping a lock on that number 2 spot, getting into the playoffs, and it's something you want to see. Again, something that's unique about the W League Super League relationship. You can almost consider this a preseason for Super League. You want to get out there, scout some players, see what's going on, watch some ball. That's the way to do it. So,
yep, I know I know the Heat Wave is going to use the last Tampa Bay United game, I believe, as like a run through of trying to get everybody together, making sure we have everything, and trying up chants and stuff. So definitely get out there, support your local women's soccer that's already going on, Tampa Bay United.
Yep, you don't have to wait for the sun. We got it all ready. So
yep,
we'll tell you more about the that outing to Ed Radis as it comes up. I think at the end of next month, or end of this month, actually.
No, end of this month. Yeah,
short season. So keep an eye here. Keep an eye on USLWleague.com because it's a big game to end the season against Miami. They're the ones we're holding off in that second, third race.
Yeah. All right. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Canadian League. The Northern Super League was just announced. I didn't know anything about this right before this, so that shows how much I pay attention. But Tom did. So Tom, what's going on?
Exciting things out of Canada, Lizzie. Big things happening in the Great White North. Much the same as they got the Canadian Premier League a couple of years back, and that's been fairly successful for them. Good on Canada to develop their domestic talent. They are straight up aping our stuff. We got the USL Super League. They decided they wanted their own women's league, and they called it the Northern Super League. Good name. Can't blame them.
I'm just saying, in WSL, one name caught on, the other one didn't.
Yeah. It's not the Canadian Women's National Soccer League.
Yeah, CNWSL.
Yeah, that's a really bad name, actually.
Yeah, it's a terrible name.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I want to say, an 8-team league. That's the hot new way to start a women's league is have like 6 to 8 teams and call it the Super League. So it's going to be kind of a cross-country deal out from British Columbia over to Montreal. 2 teams already have identities. You got the Calgary Wild. They got a cool logo. They got an owl thing they're doing, which I love. And then the other team with a name is AFC Toronto, which won't be hard to Google at all. That's a great name, guys. They really knocked it out of the park there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not confusing at all with the local men's team. Easy to figure out. The logo is a big T, so everybody knows you're in Toronto. They're my least favorite Northern Super League team. I'll say it right now.
We don't even know the other 6.
Let's start some enemies. We're never going to have to talk to these people, right?
That's what you say, man.
Yeah. Until...
Do you know how many snowbirds there are?
Oh, my God. We are going to have to talk to these people.
Yeah.
We're going to meet them at Riverfront. They're going to be like, oh, I'm a big AFC Toronto fan. And I'm just going to have to go to the bathroom because I'm not dealing with that, I guess. You're going to have to take over for me, Lizzie.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll just talk about how cold it is and talk about how terrible being cold is or something.
Oh, aren't you enjoying this weather instead?
Yes. Ooh. Exactly.
Yeah, but that does have some interesting down the road sort of implications in the future because they've got this new thing that we are not invited to quite yet, because we're not playing games quite yet. The CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup, which is, of course, the women's version of the Men's Championship Cup, where you got teams from all across CONCACAF, all club teams playing to get a nice big shiny cup, because everybody loves having big old cups. And it's interesting right now because obviously you got Liga MX Femenil, you got NWSL, and it's easy to just say, okay, those are your big Division I North American leagues. Let's go do this. It gets interesting next year.
Yeah.
USL Super League, Division I. Where do we take spots in that tournament? Do we take them from the NWSL? Does the tournament expand to allow for Super League? And I believe next year as well, the Northern Super League will launch also. Could be the year after, could be 2025, could be 2026, not sure on that exactly. But when they come up, they are technically the Canadian Division I. So what does that mean for this Continental Championship? It's great to see a lot of...
It says coming 2025.
The Northern Super League?
Yeah.
Wow, they're...
So like they're gonna launch it like the way I think of it is like they're launching. Jacksonville is also launching. Like this is the same timeline basically. Yeah.
So that'll be really interesting to see is how does CONCACAF decide to award slots now that you got all
they're gonna have to add slots because NWSL is gonna be like all pouty if they don't have at least like 4 teams.
Yeah, they need half their league to get in.
Yeah.
And then we'll be happy to get 2.
Yeah.
Probably because we're USL. But it's great to see this sort of boom period now.
Yeah, this is the most exciting time I think for women's soccer ever. Like arguably, there's been booms, but then I don't think there's been this. It's been this explosive this quickly.
Yeah, globally even.
Yeah,
because I mean, sure, it's good for America, it's good for North America, but a rising tide will lift all ships, and this is going to do huge things for players that haven't had an opportunity to play pro, like you get as a men's player.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. It's not something we really have to worry about for a while, but when it comes time in a year or so from now, I'll be ready to scream at whoever I need to scream at to make sure not only the Super League, the USL Super League, but also the Northern Super League. I want to make sure we all get our fair slice that pie, and it's not just Liga MX and NWSL competing for that pretty shiny cup.
Okay. So, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've been talking plenty long enough.
Yeah.
So I just want to go ahead and remind everyone that if you enjoyed us, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go find us, RBLR Sun FC. We are everywhere that you can find us on all the podcasting places that I can't think of. All of them. We are on the Tiki-Talkies. We are on the Instagrams. We are on the Twitters. Threads. All of those. Threads. We're on Threads. That's right. We are on Threads. Yes.
Yep. And join the Discord.
Join the Heatwave Discord. We love talking about women's soccer in there. We've been following it in there as well. Go ahead, find us. It's at the Heatwave _. Don't come for me. Heatwave is a super common name. I'm going to be saying that for at least a year.
Yep. Hit us up on Twitter if there's any questions about what you need to do to be a better women's soccer fan, which would also make you a better person in general.
Yes, absolutely. Please hit me up. I am Lizzie the Lion. It's LI0N on Twitter. Also on Instagram, but honestly, I'm on Twitter more. You can catch me there. Send us messages. Tell us how you liked this. Tell us what you're excited for. You can catch Tom DePinto. He's RBLR Tom. We love him. He's new. He's our newest signing, and we are so excied to have him here.
Yes. I'm the hot young thing now.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I love that. I laughed my ass off. That is so good. We had a great tournament.
Yeah, we did. That was good.
We lost every game.
Yeah, I mean, but it was the real tournament was the friends we made along the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is hold on. This is my friend I made along the way.
Hello.
Blizzard introduction. Okay.
This is the official RBLR bearded dragon.
Yeah.
His name I get wrong every single time.
It's Jack.
Jack. Okay, I had it. Oh no, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure we get the thumbnail. Maybe do Hey, thank you, Lizzie, for having me. This is fun. I can't wait to do this again.
This is going to be fun. I can't wait to do this with you again every single week forever.
This team rules, and
Yes, it
we're going to
does.
win every single game. We're going to win the whole damn league, and we're
Yes.
never going to lose, and we're going to score 10 goals a game.
Yes, absolutely. And all of this is factual, and you cannot tell us otherwise.
I won't listen.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much. We love you. And good night.
Thank you for tuning into this presentation by RBLR Sports. On your way out of the stadium, please remember to like and subscribe.